I'm sure you've noticed there is something profoundly frustrating about difficult relationships. The relationship did not start on the right foot or took a wrong turn, and now you feel the malaise and you're trying really hard to correct the situation, but it seems that the other party is not making much of an effort and the situation is getting worse and worse. Why is that? And is there a better way of dealing with these situations? This is a topic that I've been researching for over 20 years. Along the way, I co-authored an award-winning book documenting the vicious circle that tends to develop between bosses and subordinates that are perceived as lower performers. We call this dynamic the set-up-to-fail syndrome because once the boss has started believing the subordinate is not a strong performer, the boss starts behaving in ways that often makes the situation worse rather than better and does not realize he or she is doing so. Over the last few years, we have realized that this dynamic, this syndrome, happens much more often than we initially thought, including in non-hierarchical relationships, for example, peers or clients, or across groups, for example, front office versus back office, finance versus sales. And also that this syndrome can involve labels that have nothing to do with performance. For example, labels associated with personalities or personal characteristics or one's department or function. During this session, we will examine the various components of this dynamic in order to learn to diagnose, interrupt, and ultimately prevent it in relationships between bosses and subordinates, but also in other types of relationships in our private and professional lives. This will help you to deal more effectively with challenging relationships.